what's going on? It's your boy How for Tried Hip Hop Podcast. Had a request to do this video. My man Kev, yo, want to shout him out. He was like, "This mug here, yo, that's not my name." But you know, that was kind of like a name that one of our friends gave to him when we was up in Vermont. Shout out to Karen, rest in peace. So, anywho, what I wanted to do right now is kind of fulfill this request. I want to talk about the statement that Waka Flocka has put out this past week, as far as, Andre 3000 could take Eminem. I would have to agree with him. I think it could be done. In some categories, I feel that Andre excels better than Eminem as far as, I can't really name anybody that does not like Howcast. That's one thing. Man, people so gung-ho for Howcast to get back together is bananas. And I know that's not really like a battle set, for the, oh yeah, but that ain't mean nothing. But everything they did, Howcast kind of rocked with like the best of people. They didn't just, and I'm not saying M didn't either. M rapped with Master Ace and, other people from the undergrounds and stuff like that and building stuff up. Now, M might rap with Royce or 50, do some songs with Tech Nine and stuff. Howcast rap, Raekwon and Ghost, from Wu. Have other, they have their own groups. They had they kind of redid like the Posse record, especially like with the whole Cool Breeze thing, Watch for the Hook. So there's a lot of factors to think in. Andre could easily be in anybody's top 5 as far as the wordplay and stuff goes. I feel that he's overrated, and I think he's overrated because, particularly white fanboys, not to make it a race thing, and I understand. I just want to, I understand that to a sense because, if there's like a particular race in a sport that was made by another race and they were dominating it, but this guy that identifies with me, particularly like the Tiger Woods effect at one time. Yeah, I'm gonna root for Tiger because that guy identifies with me. Not hating on other golfers. It's like, hey, Tiger's probably one of the greats. But I know, Jack Nicholson, that dude. I grew up in the '80s era, so. But anyway, beside the point. Just wanted to do, like I said, do this service. And again, I just want to shout out my man for asking me to do this. But yeah, I feel that Andre could do it. Has Andre been in battles? Has anybody tried to sneak, diss him or anything like that? Not on the radar, really. I want to shout out what's my man name? Carcino. He did do like a little take, which I honestly haven't got a chance to look at it. That Andre 3000 and Nas had a little beef, but I don't think anything was said on wax. Now that would be very interesting. I would like to see how that would go. But yeah, M has really been, he's been battling people. But most of the people that he's battled out, are like they're pop artists, and in the circle in Detroit and stuff, it probably he probably got it in because he had to. But like now, he only probably battled like pop artists or things like that. A lot of the MCs that he battled were, they were kind of like, I ain't gonna say low tier. They were kind of, but they weren't like on his level. They were kind of like probably like middle low to middle tier MCs. You know, Nick Cannon, that recent battle, that wasn't, definitely not necessarily mid tier. I think Nick Cannon is pretty good. He's not a horrible rapper, but he's definitely not. I'm not going like, hey, I'm gonna go pick up a Nick Cannon CD. Nah. And that's just honest. That's no disrespect to Nick Cannon. I mean, I appreciate what he's did and what he's done. I'm just stating the facts. Also, going back to him, like I said, I just don't think he has any, like, what I'm saying, like, he hasn't really battled anyone of a higher tier MCing level. Maybe, Machine Gun Kelly kind of gave him the run for the money. I mean, he still handled him. It wasn't bad, but, what I'm saying, it wasn't like, oh my goodness, him might fall. But that was probably, as far as out of all the disses, that was probably like the best one. Maybe what Cannabis did, as far as like what he was doing, but I think that was probably the best one out of all the disses. But anyway, that's what was that's just me analyzing it. But yeah, M actually battling Andre 3000. Andre ain't no slouch MC. This would be real MCing, and they both have success. They both have pretty stable, pretty good stable careers. Eminem's kind of been fluctuated a bit. I think Andre, especially with Howcast and stuff, theirs has been kind of stable. Definitely stable. Not too, they haven't really been in too much trouble, for the most part. So, yeah, just let me know. This is just a quick analyst. We might talk a little bit more about that too on Tuesday, but definitely that's just something that I wanted to do for my man. Again, this is another loss in thought, just for the analyst on this scenario. But yeah, I feel Andre could do it. It would definitely be some working out to do, but I believe he can get it done. But it could, like I said, it definitely could go either way. Because we have to see if Andre is battle tested. But also too, Andre also released a statement not too long back, especially if Big Boy got into this, and said, hey, Andre said, I wouldn't battle Big Boy. And Andre is pretty much on everybody's top 5. Well, not every but most people that are heads, they're like, yeah. So with Big Boy, him saying that about Big Boy says a lot. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, it's your boy Howie from Try Hip Hop Podcast. Just wanted to keep it short. Shout out to my man Kev, yo. Peace.